When I was 14, my family and I moved over 5,000 miles from Milan to Seoul. On my last night in Italy, I remember feeling devastated because the world as I knew it had been taken away from me. My international school in Milan was a diverse environment that fostered individuality. I took French and journalism as electives, I played soccer after school, and went canoeing in France as a part of a school field trip. But in my all-female school in Korea, I was stuck in school from 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Everyone took the exact same courses, and there was no such thing as electives. I went from being the math and science whiz in Italy to flunking my very first science assignment in Korea. We had to write the 118 elements of the periodic table 60 times each. Now that's over 7,000 times. The next day, I proudly presented my homework. The teacher glanced at it and wrote a big X. Apparently, it had to be written horizontally and not vertically, which meant that I flunked the assignment and had to do it all over again the next day. You see, it was quite a rough transition. But by the end of high school, I felt like I'd fully adjusted to life in Korea. I'd made a few good friends and pulled many, many all-nighters to catch up to schoolwork. And I remember thinking, the toughest days of my life are finally over. But to my surprise, there were significant and challenging life transitions over, and over again, including coping with a big heartbreak, moving to Japan, and then to Hong Kong, starting work, and coming here to the GSB. And I recognized there was a pattern. When I first stepped into seasons of change, I often felt like I'd lost control, like I had lost a part of myself. And I confess this is how I felt many times during my first year of the GSB. As I started what was supposed to be the 2 best years of my life, I wondered why I didn't feel as confident and as happy as many of you seem to be. Can anyone relate to that? So I asked 107 MBA2s of the class of 2016, what were your most dominant feelings as you spent your first year? The results were eye-opening. Almost 60% of you said that you were primarily anxious in your first year. 45% said that you were excited, which is great. 43% said that you felt like you had lost control. And 38% said that you felt lonely. And only 7% felt like you were confident. Now, the feelings of anxiety or the lack of control seem like a common experience as we go through seasons of change. And I realize we have full agency to shape and manage this transition instead of reluctantly or reactively struggling through them. So today I want to share with you the art of managing life transitions. And I've packaged them in 3 R's.